so itchy. I got a temporary mouth guard because I clenched my jaw. It's very itchy. So if I sound like I have a lisp this entire time, it's because this thing in my mouth is making me not talk properly. Yeah. You can see it. It's so weird and itchy. Here. Put it on the bottom, see if that helps. Does that help? I think I sound like it's on my tongue. That's better. I don't know, it just feels better on the top. I'm gonna go get crystals. So that's kind of like the basics of what crystals are. There are thousands of different kinds of crystals, in different shapes, different sizes. You can get them in different shapes. For example, this is an egg. This is smooth tumbled, rough tumbled, wand, pyramid. You can get them in any kind of different shape because they're rocks, so you can mold them and polish them into any shape that you really want. These are just the ones that I have, and I'm going to kind of list them off for you and some of the properties. What I'm going to be using to tell you the properties is this crystal card deck. It's kind of like tarot, where every day if you're like, hey, what crystal do I want to focus on for every day and its properties, you could open this up, pick a card, and be like, okay, this is the card that I need to focus on today, you know, at random. Yeah, I got this on Amazon, and if you're wondering where you're going to get crystals, I got my amethyst from an amethyst mine. You can get them on Amazon, on Etsy. I got some of the eggs from like an antique shop and gifts and stuff like that, so it can be anything. So I'm gonna open up this deck, and first card on the top is actually one that I have, which is black tourmaline, which on here it looks like this. This is what I have. Focus. Don't focus on me. It's not focusing. Anyways, this is black tourmaline. So basically, it's a grounding black tourmaline is a slightly magnetized, semi-precious gemstone with a reputation for protecting a delicate psyche from a case of the crazies and establishing powerful energetic boundaries between you and all the zombies out there. So basically, it's like, you know, like emotional vampires. So basically, if you want to not have emotional vampires just sucking out your energy all day, you would bring around a black tourmaline with you, and it would kind of re-energize you and kind of keep you grounded from all of the negative energy. I don't have another black one. Let's do amethyst, since I mentioned that. That's purple. These are all like color coded, which is nice. So if you just want to go to like one color, you would go there. Here it is. So amethyst, I have two here, but I have a whole bunch of them. But on the card, it looks like this. I have this one, and then I have this big guy. Amethyst is like my favorite crystal. It's always been my favorite crystal, basically also because my favorite color is purple. But in the end, amethyst is a lilac to dark purple semi-precious gemstone from the quartz family, so we'll talk about quartz in general later. The ancient Romans believed amethyst got its lush purple color when the god Bacchus spilled wine on a clear stone. Today, amethyst is believed to assist in connecting with the big guy in the sky. Basically, amethyst is kind of one that it has a calming energy, and very anti-anxiety, it's just very uplifting, calming, grounding stone. So if you have a lot of anxiety, then you would bring an amethyst around with you and it would give you that calming energy. It's because purple is like the color associated with the psyche, so if you want to have something like astral projecting or tarot reading or anything that you would use your psyche for, you might want to have an amethyst with you just because of the color purple. That is if you go by the chakra colors, because you may not. Next, I think I'm just going to talk about, let's do rose quartz, since we're in the quartzes now. I need to find pink. Rose quartz. Okay. Rose quartz looks like this on here. Mine is this small tumbled one. I think I have like other ones, but this is the biggest one that I have. So basically, rose quartz is love in rock form. It's basically, if you want to bring some extra spiciness into your life, you would use some rose quartz. It also has, because it's in the quartz family, it's really good for relaxing, calming, grounding. But it's usually, traditionally, it's used in things with love and passion and relationship and that kind of stuff. And that's what rose quartz is used for. Yeah, so I think that's all of my quartzes. So we're going to just do what basic quartz is as an overall. Among the most abundant minerals on the planet, clear quartz is everywhere, but it is far from basic. A master manifester. Quartz is programmable, so give it a job to do and it gets busy. So, clear quartz is actually like one of the, if you were to want a crystal, what your first crystal you would get, clear quartz is one of the ones that you need to get right away. Because what clear quartz basically does, and I don't think I have one here, it basically is just one that you can manifest any kind of energy into. So let's say you're like, okay, I don't have an amethyst, but I have a clear quartz, so I want this clear quartz to use, you know, what an amethyst would do. So grounding, use with the psyche, all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of a one that you can use for anything. So that's kind of a big important thing that you would use clear quartz for. Okay, my next one, which is kind of goes with clear quartz, is selenite, which I have these two. I have one in rock wand form and one in tumbled form. And on the cards, it looks like this, so it's kind of like the one that I have, actually like almost the same size. So icy selenite is a form of gypsum with a calm, cool, and collected vibe. So basically, it's kind of in the sense of if there's bad energy, if you want to clear a space to have good energy, you would use selenite. That's why in a lot of saging kits, you get a selenite wand because it's easier to cleanse an area. So it's good for a lot of negative energy. So that's what you would use selenite for. Next one is rhodonite, which is this one right here, this pink one with some, I think it's like black and brown and white kind of marbling in it. Here we are. So it can come in a lot of different forms. This one's polished, but on here this is its raw form. With a palette of deep pink and black, rhodonite gets its name from the Greek word rosy. When to use it? When the cubicle life has got you down, when it's time to drop the people-pleasing facade and start doing something that really lights you up, when you're ready to use your real unique powers, that actually makes this rapidly spinning planet a more beautiful place. So it's kind of like an energizer. It kind of gives you the energy to create things. It's very much a creative stone. It's very much like go with your passion, go with your gut feeling kind of thing, where if you want, be like, let's say, you know, you just quit your old job, you're going into a new job interview, and you're like, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm going to do. That's kind of like this stone. Yeah. Okay, so the next one is citrine. I'm not sure how to say it, but essentially this is like its polished clear form, and this is kind of its more solid one. I have another one here. See, this one is a bit more white and the other one's a bit more orange, so it can come in different. Citrine is a must-have for wannabe makers of art and money. Citrine is a pale gold to smoky brown quartz. Those candy yellow citrines you find at shops are actually heat-treated amethyst, so this isn't this isn't the amethyst. This is kind of an actual citrine because it's not yellow, it's more of a gold, which is another beast altogether. When it's time to really get on your grind and start creating for the tomorrow of your dreams today. So basically, it's kind of one that you would use for a creative boost. If you really, really want to get something done, you would use this guy. Yeah. Okay. So next ones are Jaspers. These are the ones that I have. So Jaspers come in many different colors. So many different colors. These ones are an egg shape. I actually got these from 3 different stores at the same antique show. So this is orange Jasper, which I don't think I have a card in here. I might just have a Jasper card. Jasper, yeah. Here we are. So that's what it looks like on here, and then again there's different colors for it. Jasper describes a huge variety of opaque quartz stones, from Picasso Jasper to Mochaite Jasper and red Jasper, which is this one, which means you're going to want to move out of my way. These earthly babies help align us to our core powers. When you want to get back into your body after a stressful work week, a long flight, or a little meditation session. So it's basically kind of a boost. Another one, a lot of them give you boosts too, but this is more of a confident boost, energy boost, work boost, get shit done boost kind of thing. So a lot of work, a lot of productivity, and there are different kinds of quartz, different kinds of jaspers, I mean. So this is kind of like the red, the orange, and this is like a turquoisey green one. I'm pretty honestly sure that this one's a jasper. I'm not quite sure about these two. So if any of you guys could help me identify these, that would be great, because I think they're jaspers, but I'm not sure. So, yeah. Those are all of the crystals I have, at least most of them that I could find and actually wanted to share with you. This is a really cool deck, again, because another good thing about it is that if you don't have the crystal, you could always use this as kind of a, because I don't have this crystal, I'm going to use this card as kind of to manifest that crystal. So, yeah. As for different shapes of crystals, you can get them in different shapes. You can get them in hearts, circles, stars, like any random shape that you want, cats, bats. But then some of them are actually used for actual properties. So with this selenite, it's kind of like for pointing. So let's say I wanted to give this energy to a specific thing. I would point at it, and it would kind of manifest its energy to go in that direction. With points like this, it would be kind of, because this is an amethyst, it'd be used to kind of open your psyche, and because your psyche is here, it kind of represents the opening up towards your higher self, which is why points are usually like that. So you would find a lot of amethysts in pyramids, in points, in wands, just so it can kind of point in a direction. And then you can just get ones in like different shapes. For example, like as I said, this one's a square, these ones are just tumbled, and then you can get them in your raw form. Many people have many different opinions on what shape you should get your crystal in. I personally don't care. I just think that you can use them in many different ways. I know that some people prefer using raw rather than polished because it's untouched and not, you know, gone through and fixed and polished and everything, but I don't really care. Use your crystals how you want to, and even if you don't know what a crystal is, if you feel generally just super attached to it and you're like, I feel like it gives me this energy, then use it for that energy, you know? If you're like, this rhodonite is giving me such calming vibes right now, then use it for that, you know? And again, there's a lot of people that are like, you could only buy crystals in store because you have to feel their energies and make sure that they're right for you, but like, buy them online. You can get a whole bunch of abundance of like amethyst and rose quartz and any of that in abundance, then you can just have a lot of them. So yeah, that's kind of the rundown of crystals, of what they mean. As to how you're going to work with them, I kind of explained with it. So like, let's say you're meditating and you really, really want a calming, opening psyche, anti-anxiety energy in one hand, and then on the other hand, you kind of want, let's say, like, I want to get shit done and, you know, get that confidence and energy boost. You kind of hold these in your hands and meditate like that. You can also use them in charm bags. So let's say you want to make a good luck charm bag, you would kind of put one that has a good luck energy attached to it, or an anti-anxiety one. You could do an amethyst in it, or a cleansing bag, or an energy bag, or a love bag. Yeah, that's kind of how you would use crystals. They're very versatile and you can use them in so many different ways, and they're also just really pretty, so decorate your house with them. They'll look great. And they're just a lot of fun to use. Yeah, they're honestly one of my favorite tools to use. So, yeah, that's the rundown of crystals. I hope you guys had a good time. Next week, well, tomorrow, not next week.